how to stay winning in life. Not just how to win for a little bit or in a moment, but how to stay winning. Level Up Protocol, I'm Trilla D. I'm back off hiatus. I had a cold. I was laid out for a bit. My voice was all fucked up. If you guys are wondering why I haven't posted for like 8 or 9 days, but I'm back. And today's video is how to stay winning. So let's get right to it. Number one is discipline. Discipline will always beat out motivation. Motivation may be there. It may not be there. You can't rely on motivation, just like you can't rely on other people in certain instances. You have to have the discipline yourself. Discipline will keep the drive going. When the motivation spikes and spikes down, which is usually how it happens, the discipline is what will keep the inclination going. It is what keep you going and keep you with that drive that you need. Now, I would suggest all of you Google and read about something called Hebb's Law. Hebb's Law is basically the law that neurons in your brain that fire together wire together. It's like the saying goes, how you do some things is how you do all things. Have you guys ever heard that saying? It's a beautiful saying because you ever have people you hang around with and there's little things that they'll just be slacking or trying to cut corners and not doing thoroughly, just little tiny things. But quite literally, how you do some things is how you do all things. You're not going to have someone in your life who does everything half-ass, but when it comes to business and working out, he puts 100% effort into that. It's very rare because how they do some things is how they do all things. So I'm saying that to say with Hebb's Law, you have to be disciplined. If you know you have to do your laundry and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I have to do my laundry, just get up and do it. Get up and do it. If you know, oh, I'm supposed to cook dinner tonight, get up. Cook dinner before you go order some food and eat some shit and put some shit in your body. This is going to train your brain and your neurons to fire and wire together, so you just get in this pattern of being disciplined and doing things. So when it's time to work out, there's really no question about it because you know that that's the discipline that you have to have. That's what you have to do when it's time to work on your business, when it's time to read at the end of the night or stay off social media. You have that discipline and you just do it. There's no other question about it. The road doesn't go left or right. It only goes one way. The second thing is consistency. I think about this with my working out because about at least 60-70% of the days when I wake up, right when I wake up and I'm starting to prepare things in my place for working out, I don't really feel like doing it. Like my brain and my body is ready, but my brain is usually like, hey, do we really need to work out 6 days a week? Like, why don't we take a rest day, maybe 3 days a week? And that voice in your head, the sabotager that comes in there and tries to talk all kinds of shit to you. That's not a thing. It's consistency for me. I know that I have to do it. This is the lifestyle that I've chosen for myself, so there's no other option. I work out, whether I feel like it or not. Because if I relied on motivation, I'd probably be working out once every 3 weeks for that matter, because that's how I used to work out. Wait for the motivation, go for like 4 days, 5 days in a row, and then just fuck off for a month or maybe even longer. You have to keep going. You can never get comfortable and pat yourself on the back. The reward in itself is the journey. You can take moments where you're just grateful from where you've been, but you really can't stop and just congratulate yourself and feel good for where you come from kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying. Because just think about when you're walking forward, for example. Now, you can pause for a moment and be like, okay, I've came a long way, but then you got to keep it moving. You're not going to keep on moving and be looking back and walking with your head facing backwards. How are you going to walk like that? You're going to hit something, you're going to trip, you're going to fall. It's the same thing in life in general. You have to keep pushing forward and you have to keep evolving and progressing. You could never look back and just be like, I've came far from point A to B, so let me just stop here for a minute because I'm pretty good here. No, you can never do that. You always have to be moving forward. There's no stopping. Consistency is key. Be grateful from where you've come from and the progress you've made, but keep on pushing forward. Don't stop and feel prideful and pat yourself on the back. And I'm using this for myself in an analogy of my gym stuff. Like I sometimes, I could just look in the mirror and be like, wow, I'm in great shape. That's it. I don't really need to work out anymore. But I've decided that this is going to be a lifestyle. The aesthetic is the byproduct. The feeling good, the looking good, it's a byproduct of the lifestyle that I've chosen. So rain, sleet, snow, muscle, fat, unless I'm severely injured, I'm working out. If I have goals, I set goals, I'm going after them. The third step is creating new habits. Now, we all have habits. It's human nature. We all have habits. No one doesn't have habits. The key is replacing the bad habits for the good habits. For me, the main one was smoking weed, where I would spend a lot of my time smoking weed. And when you're high, your self-discipline, it really ain't there. It really isn't there. And people will say it's there and they think it's there because they're in the matrix and they don't really know what's going on. But from someone who was high all the time to being sober now, I know that I'm creating better habits and I'm using my time way more efficiently than I was when I was high all the time. Other bad habits can be watching porn, eating junk food, playing too much video games, watching too much Netflix or TV or whatever you're watching, YouTube, wasting time with your friends, just hanging out and talking shit, not talking about anything progressive, not leveling up in any way, not exchanging books or helping each other build, just overall being a vegetable. That's what I call it, where you're literally just a vegetable. You're just there and you're in the matrix, fully plugged into the matrix, where you're so disconnected from reality and your true goals and purpose as a man. So you have to replace all those habits with other habits. Getting high and playing video games for 6 hours, 7 hours in a day. It could be fun, I guess. If, in the short picture, in the small picture, if you look at it, it could be fun. And say reading for 2 hours a day may not seem that fun, but in the big picture, it's greatly helping you. Like lately, I've been reading for 2 hours a day, and it's a tough thing for me to do most times. When I sit down to read, I'm like, oh man, you know? And I'm reading, and in the moment, it's whatever. But when I look back at the knowledge that I've got from some of these books and how it's helped me grow so much so in the past few months, that's priceless. Say you have a day off work and you play video games all fucking day. And at the end of the night, you get in your bed, if you think this or if you don't, but you're like, damn, what the fuck did I do with my day today? I really didn't do anything. I had all this free time, which is priceless because time is not money. Time is more valuable than money. You can make the money back. You can't make the time back. And you've just wasted your whole day. Create new habits is what I'm trying to say. Start small, make it bigger, but this will help you win every single day. The number 4 thing you have to do to win every single day is you have to surround yourself by greatness. Now you guys can watch my video right here on the importance of friends and how I say you are who you hang with really, which is pretty much common knowledge. I don't think anyone would debate that fact. Now once you start resonating on a higher frequency, like you start reading and you stop smoking, you start working out, a lot of these friends will just kind of be weeded out because you won't have the same things in common anymore. So they will kind of weed themselves out and you'll start attracting in new people. A good story about this is like me looking out for a working partner, basically. So for years, I've been trying to find a workout partner. All my close friends, I would hit them up like, yo, let's work out, let's work out. None of them are trying to work out. They're happy being unfit. And I would always be posting on social media who's trying to work out. And I just couldn't find anyone to work out with. I hated working out by myself. I hated the fact I couldn't push my limits and that I had to motivate and inspire myself and discipline myself. I hated it. But then I just hit that point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the lifestyle that I'm choosing. And I don't give a fuck if anyone else is on it but me. I'm going to get on it. So I started working out every single day by myself, and I would post my workouts on social media, you know, keep posting my workouts every day. And sure enough, I found a 1-2 gym partner who were consistent and down to work out because I was resonating on that frequency. So you start pushing away the people who aren't about that and you start drawing in the people who are on that. So what I'm trying to say is you have to surround yourself by greatness. And the way to do that is to be great yourself, and it'll draw it into you. You need good friends in your life too who will help you in moments of weakness because we're all human. Nobody's perfect. We have moments where we break, we fall, we slip, and you need friends who's going to hold you accountable and who's going to challenge you and push you and not make you okay with mediocrity and okay with failure. You need friends who won't accept normalicity. They'll challenge you and they'll keep you on track and push you to the next level. So those are 4 steps that I got for you guys on how to stay winning. They're a little bit generalized in itself, but if you could take these and apply them to any area in your life, whether it's working out, eating healthy, trying to quit weed, creating new habits, making more money at your job, you know, trying to get better at your education for a job, whatever it is, if you incorporate all of these things, like say studying, for example, if you're consistent with your studying and discipline, you tell yourself every day I'm studying for 2 hours, no matter what, studying whatever you're learning in school or college or university, it'll make a huge difference. I guarantee you. If you surround yourself by people at your school who are not just friends that you hang out with, but people who are trying to do the best in class, just watch what that does for you, right? So all of these things, you can incorporate them into any medium that you're working with. And I really hope it helps you guys out. Let me know in the comment section if it does, if it doesn't, if you agree, if you don't, and let's debate it. That's all I got for you guys today is Level Up Protocol. I'm Trilla D, and I need everybody out there to be your best self. And while you're doing that, go ahead and subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And thank you to all my new subscribers and everyone watching my channel. Just know I got a lot more in store for you guys. Got some workout videos coming. I'm going to start live streaming. All that good stuff's coming. That's it for this one.